Alright, it's 2025 and you're either banned on eBay or you're looking to stay unbanned. You're trying to figure out what this unbanned thing is, why you are banned, what restriction is going to make you banned, if I am selling these products that are going to ban me. You're trying to learn a lot of things and I'm going to answer a lot of questions in this video. But straight up the rip, I want to let you know I'm not skipping. I am not going to be putting no fluff. I'm literally answering everything head on, right? So I have a video. It is Get Unbanned from eBay. I dropped this a while ago, okay? To be exact, 2 years ago. That video has got a lot of love, but also a lot of questions. And I want to answer these questions because one of my biggest duties is to make sure that you guys are getting the answers needed so you can make money. Again, my name is Brandon Jones and I specialize in helping you make an extra income stream. And if you don't know, I am somebody that has developed this scheme or this system to get unbanned from eBay. Now, I've helped over 384 people so far, as I specified in all of my other videos when it comes to eBay, scaling on eBay, getting unbanned from eBay, being able to avoid being banned. Now, I want to really break down first what a ban is, okay? There's two different things. You got a ban and a restriction. A restriction is going to be when eBay puts you in timeout. It's when you have a restriction, you have to send invoices, or maybe you have to handle the shipping that you haven't done. But these restrictions don't take your account. A ban is going to literally ban you from ever being able to sell on eBay, ever, okay? Ever being able to sell on eBay. That's the difference. Is being banned is going to actually hurt you. You're actually going to not be able to list, ship, sell, make profit no matter where you're at, as long as you're using your name. Okay, now before we get into how to unban yourself, I'm going to answer questions off the rip. Okay, so I have a few questions. I'm not going to put the questions on the video just for other people's sake. I don't want these individuals to be seen, because obviously they're asking questions so that they can get help getting unbanned. Alright, this puts a huge target on my back with eBay, I'm just saying. Alright, but I have 7 eBay accounts and they've all been able to stay up, and I've been able to sell and make money on those as well. Alright, number one question, account ban. Can I use the same LLC on my new account? Also, will I need a new bank account and credit card never used on eBay to avoid being banned again? Do you recommend the app, or to be safe just using the web browser? So this is an interesting question, because Sergio, you're asking me a question that I know you're smart enough to know, because I covered it in the same video that you left this question under. So number one, if your account is banned and then you say, can I use the same LLC? I'm assuming that you got your account banned with an LLC, which if you hypothetically got your account banned with the LLC, just create a new account with the same LLC. Yes, right? So if you guys don't know, one of the secrets to being able to get unbanned is you have to get an EIN first. Then you get your LLC. So they're all hand in hand. You go on the irs.gov, you make sure that you get your EIN. That's your LLC, limited liability company. You do it under a multi or a single member LLC. And when it comes to will I need a new bank account, every eBay that you start, get a new or use a new bank account. Now, this should be easy with your business, because you can have unlimited business accounts with your business at your bank. So you should be able to just literally get a new bank account. I've at times even just used a checkings and savings account. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can literally do this. But yes, I would prefer for you to have a new account, because they can tie your transactions or your account to the same account that they put funds in before. Remember, our main need is to hide from eBay, or to mask who we are from eBay. Okay, so that definitely will help you become unbanned again, excuse me, so you avoid being banned again. And do you recommend the app or the browser? I've said this in every video I've ever spoke about with unbanning. There's absolutely no reason for you to ever use a app again in life when it comes to eBay. You can't, because it's taking your IP address every time you log in. it's no point. You give that app the permission to literally know where you're at. No, don't do it, okay? Don't use the app again, okay? Now, the only time you can use the app again, which I still don't recommend, is if you get a new phone, but I still wouldn't do it, okay? I wouldn't do it at all. All right, now we got Happy Alone. Very interesting comment, and I'm very eager to read this. Why try to do business with a company that bans people left and right? It's better to let companies like this burn. They are saying, I don't want your money. Better for competition to come in. I've had 3 accounts banned and just realized eBay used to beat place to spend hours scrolling through, but now it's dying and they're killing themselves. All right, so listen, eBay is not, I don't think eBay is hurting. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think eBay is hurting. I think eBay is trying to keep up. Obviously, I think we try to dissect business in our own personal feelings together, right? Like you're this whole comment is honestly emotional because when it comes to business, we have to separate our emotion, which is very hard to do. But you just said you had 3 accounts banned, and I'm gonna be honest, you got 3 accounts banned because you weren't doing the right thing. You obviously didn't do the thing or the technique you were supposed to do because you kept getting banned. 9 times out of 10, if I'm just hypothetically assuming in this, and my assumptions may be wrong, it's probably because you're selling fake stuff, because you are looking at YouTube videos where people that are getting paid to tell you to buy things from DHgate, AliExpress, and things of that nature, Temu. You probably fell through a trap, and now you're trying to unfortunately get out of it, and eBay is not letting you, which left a nasty taste in your mouth, which is completely understandable. I would say eBay is a great company for us resellers to be able to actually get on, because it's one of the few companies that doesn't have as many restrictions as an Amazon or even as a Mercari. So we don't want to just let them burn. We want to get our bread as long as we can. Again, eBay is taking most of the risk. I don't think you guys understand that. When you list a replica on eBay, eBay can be sued by Apple. eBay can be sued by a bunch of different companies, Prada, all of these different companies that you may be listing on. They can actually get in trouble. So they don't just ban you because they don't like you. They actually ban and restrict you to avoid having any type of financial responsibility placed on them for being a platform that allows others to bite off of major platforms with copyrighted material and in return, basically getting in legal trouble. So if we are really dissecting it, I don't agree with you. I think you're completely emotional in this comment. I don't think anything bad of you, but I do think you're emotional. Get out of your emotions, tighten up, and get back on eBay, man, and start making bread. Because one thing is certain is that eBay's making money right now, and you're probably not making the money you would be making if you would just do it the right way, right? So let's just tighten up, all right? You're good. Hit me up, man. I got so much stuff that I could help you with. We have that unbanning guide on hustlertaught.me.com. It should be linked below as well. So there's a lot of things that you can actually get help with to be able to just feel a little better about this whole situation, okay? The next one. So does this work? Here in 2025, and I recently learned, got suspended 3 times, then banned, even though eBay never sent me any email regarding my 3 suspensions. So one thing I'll say is eBay always sends emails. It has been rare where they haven't, but from my dealings with eBay, have always seen them sending some type of communication, whether it's even in the messages, right? So I would just hop out of the, again, emotional aspect with it. And we all are emotional when it comes to us getting banned, because getting banned is actually insane, right? Because who are you to ban me when I'm trying to sell on your platform? I get it. But again, Be the solution. Don't harp on the problem. If you guys really look at how I came up with the solution, put it on the internet, and have made a bunch of people money and myself money from unbanning people and people getting unbanned all around the world, it was all because I didn't face any type of sorrow for myself, but instead just figured it out, right? So it does work in 2025, and it is still thriving. We still see major turnover. We also have our automation service on hustlertaughtme.com, where we list, ship, and provide products for you on eBay, which we deal with at least 45% of customers that were previously banned. So we have already unbanned people and been able to watch them scale their businesses to 5 figures plus monthly. So you can do it too. They're no special, or excuse my language, they're not any more special than you. It's just all about getting it done, okay? Can I use the same phone number for a banned account? No, you cannot use the same number that you had on a banned account for a new account, okay? It's just, it doesn't make sense, right? We need all information different. I'll do one more question, okay? Yeah, I think I'll do one more question. How did you come up with the store address? Do you just pick any random address off Google Maps? And were you using a VPN throughout the process of creating an eBay business account? Great questions. So, how did I figure out a store address? Now, you can have a registered business address. So when you go to irs.gov and you create your EIN, they ask you for an address. So the way that I get the address is literally the address that I live at, right? Because you are allowed to have a address and change it. Eventually, you want to get a virtual address, right? But we're thinking on the fly. We want to make sure we get our eBay up. We try and get our bread, right? So what we'll do is we're going to just hop into the fact that, okay, we're going to use our address. Or now, listen, you can use your next door neighbor's address. You can use a relative's address. Use an address that you have access to for right now, and just put that, right? Because what's going to happen is you can always change your address. So yeah, the address isn't that deep. Definitely don't just pick a random address, okay? And do I use a VPN? Okay, so VPNs. So that is going to be rule number 36. Do not use any VPNs. Now, I do know there's a lot of people, especially outside of the country, that believe really, really heavily in VPNs and think VPNs are great. I think the opposite. I think VPNs are very much hot. I think they are very much telling, and I think that if you were on the opposite end of a company that somebody was using a VPN on, you would literally see how obvious a VPN is. Now, a VPN is good if you're playing Call of Duty and you're trying to hide where you're at, or you're playing a video game. Like, that's when VPNs are good. But when it comes to like reselling apps, VPNs aren't good because it actually pings and sets off alarms. Hey, how is Brandon in Philly today, and then tomorrow he's in Colombia, and then he's in DR, and then he's in Britain? Like, how is he moving so fast? Right? These alert triggers. I had a guy in the Bahamas, he was doing this, and he ended up getting his account restricted and banned. And then I believe he just quit. Like, he just quit because he was just... I think we have to understand that everything we see, everything we're told isn't true. And this is where I think a lot of people get confused, especially online, because it becomes really annoying, frustrating, and very repetitive when you are seeking information online, but you do exactly what you're told and don't get any result. And I get it. Or you get the opposite, right? Like, let's say I tell you to get unbanned and I tell you all of these steps, and then you actually do it, and then it gets you banned again immediately. That would be upsetting, right? So it's important to understand that everything that you see, everything that you hear isn't true. We live in a generation where everybody can just speak and say things, and 9 times out of 10 what they're saying ain't true, and they didn't do it, right? I will tell you this, the reason why, I think that I resonate with some people is because I am a true hustler. I'm a true entrepreneur. Like, I believe this is what entrepreneurship looks like. I don't think entrepreneur honestly looks like me in a Maybach. I don't, because I'm feet on ground, and I'm not. I'm at the level to where I'm trying to continue to grind and grow, right? So you understand a lot of my content isn't watered down, and a lot of my advice is more personal, because these are actually personal things that have worked for me personally, right? And I depend on these things just as much as you would, right? I'm not depending on your membership or depending on you paying me. I'm depending on the main streams of income that I have, which are the streams that I'm actually teaching you how to position for your greater benefit. Okay, so yeah, we don't use VPNs. People will tell you to use them, but that's just because I personally believe they're not really using them. So what we're gonna do is I'm literally going to just tell you guys just the steps. It's simple and easy. Number one, you want to make sure you go to irs.gov. You want to make sure when you go to irs.gov that you're going to go get an LLC. You want to go get that LLC. Matter of fact, what I'll do, I'll show you guys via the computer. And when I show you guys via, because I want to put some type of like look on it, I want you guys to actually see what I'm doing. Now, of course, I can't create another eBay because I use all of my LLCs, but what I'll do is I'll walk you guys close enough so you guys can actually see me doing legitimately the steps, and then you can just literally follow it, okay? And I have a series coming out with this unbanning aspect, because there's a bunch of other things that I want you guys to learn when it comes to unbanning, because being unbanned is great, but making sure that you stay unbanned can become a bit hard when you're trying to do the same things and keep the same habits going, right? So that's where it could get a little bit iffy. So we want to change our habits. We want to make sure that we are building the right products to actually sell. And we also want to make sure we're making profit, right? So that's important. All right. So if you need to get unbanned, make sure you guys comment below unban, and I will comment and help you out. I'm going to actually send you guys something to help you out, or go, if you want faster responses, to my Instagram, Hustler Taught Me. That's my Instagram, Hustler Taught Me, and DM me, get unbanned, and I will be able to help you. I'll point you guys out to the direct connection to actually doing this with you, okay? Me and you doing it face to face on screen. All right, guys, so let's hop into the computer. Let's just go ahead and follow these steps, and then after that, we're good. We're going to take it from there, and I hope you guys continue to have a great rest of your year, especially on eBay. Okay, so now first thing that we're going to do, we're going to go to Google, type in create EIN. Now, I always try to like see how I can show you guys like the easiest way, and create EIN is the easiest. Go to irs.gov, go all the way right here, and then you'll see it says apply for EIN. You hit this. This is when you'll apply. Now, this has real life hours, okay? So they do close. This website closes. So you got to do this during the hours within your time frame or your time range or your time zone, okay? You want to make sure you go to limited liability company, and then you want to continue. Then you continue. Then when it says your state, okay, we are in PA, but you could do it in, honestly, any state you want, to be honest. Okay, now I usually say 2, continue. Now, why are you starting it? You say start a new business, whatever you want to say. And then this is where you start filling out your information, okay? Now, once you get to that point, you're going to actually be asked at this point, the EIN confirmation. It's going to ask you how you want this EIN. You can say you want it PDF or you want to get it mailed. You want to make sure you get that PDF file so you can actually use it right now. Next, you want to go to create eBay business account. Okay. Now, you want to go here, create an eBay business account. Go right here to business. Do not hit personal. Go to business. Business name, email, password, and then you need to register. Now, if you are in any of these countries, you're good, okay? Now, you don't want to hit I'm only interested in buying on eBay for now, because that is going to not allow you to sell. Another thing I want to say is you want to make sure that you have a business email. Just create another email. Don't use the same email. Do not use the same number. If you can, get a Google Voice or use a significant other's phone for a second. Use your mom's, your dad's, anybody else's phone number for right now. The only reason why you're going to need the phone number in general is to get in and out of the account, but you can always change that. But during the setup process, what I tell you is to not use your email or your phone number that you had on the banned account, okay? The next thing I want to talk about is bank accounts. Make sure you're using a different bank account number, of course, okay? Make sure you're using a different bank account number. Now, what other things do you need to make sure that you're not doing to make this process work? You need to make sure that when you are creating this eBay account, that you're creating that eBay account on a different Wi-Fi. Do a public Wi-Fi, something like a McDonald's or a Starbucks. Do not do the Wi-Fi at home. The Wi-Fi at home has a router, and that router has an IP address, which I'm sure that IP address is the same one you were doing or using when you were listing on eBay. Very important. The next thing you want to make sure that you're not doing is you want to make sure you're not using the same device. Okay, very important. And then after that, you want to also make sure when you're on a new device, new Wi-Fi, you're using an incognito window. Okay, this type of window. All right, if you hold on your iPhone app, it will actually use Google Chrome. If you hold the Google Chrome app, it will let you know or ask you if you want to use an incognito window. You can do this on Safari too. Hold it and it will let you know that you have that option too. Okay, this is not a VPN. We don't use VPNs too hot. Okay, we just use incognito windows and we use different IP address. But we manually are doing it. We're not doing it using a service. All right, so that's how you do it step by step. If you guys have any questions, of course, leave them below. If you need my help getting unbanned, guys, this is what you can do. All right. So I have a website right here. It's called hustlertaughtme.com. Okay. Now this website, hustlertaughtme.com. Now this website is a website where I'm allowing you guys to access almost every aspect of help I have. Okay. Now, you guys can use helpful guides or learn with us. Now, the guides, you can actually go ahead and get the unbanning blueprint, where this comes with a call. This is not the course. This is just the guide. This comes with a step-by-step guide on how to actually do this more in depth than what I'm telling you right now. If you want a more personal approach, then you have the courses, where you actually can get unbanned with me, where I'm actually sitting down with you, helping you via your eBay. And also you'll be learning how to not get banned ever again, learning these tips and tricks to avoid this from ever happening again. All right, guys. So this is the website where you guys can get all of this from. If you guys are ever looking for wholesale products to sell, make sure you guys to go to wesply.com, wesupply.com. This is actually my website. You can build your own box for the products. You can go ahead and get under $10 products. You can get chargers, audio, gadgets, resellers kits. So many things you guys can actually get for you guys to be able to grow and make money work for you. All right, guys. So make sure you guys are always reinventing your business. Never get too high, never get too low. If you're unbanned, great. If you're banned, I got your back like a broad strap. Just hit me up. Go to my Instagram and make sure you guys comment or DM me, unban me, and I'll help you guys. My Instagram is Hustler Taught Me. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.